The Nephilim. Tyrael sent me to find you. Malthael has taken the Black Soul Stone. You must come with me. It will be done. I swear it.
We're going to die! She's coming to kill us all!
By the gods, no! The gates!
Those gates are bound by a spell.
I will have to find another way.
Malthael's fallen angels have brought death to Westmarch, raising an army of reapers from the city's slain defenders. Once, these men and women were our protectors. Now, they are our executioners, scouring the city for every living soul and putting them to the sword.
Stop! Don't go out into the street.
I just want to get rid of this, to be honest.
It's the end of
I
the world.
promise.
Keep moving.
The shadow touched me, and darkness spread across my vision until all I could see was blackness. It gave way to a pale light that sapped my strength. It seemed so easy. But instead, I drew upon the last of my will and fought back. Color flooded back into my sight. The shadow was right before me, and I drove my spear through it. The Revenant Shield Guards were once the personal guard of King Justinian IV. Appointed to the position for bravery and skill at arms, they accompanied the king at all times, resplendent in their ornate armor, wrought by the finest craftsmen in Westmarch. But most spectacular were their shields, which they unerringly employed in the protection of their king.
Defend the church! Repel these vile reapers!
Ah, we found you.
Tyrael. The church! Akarat's Bane! This is...
A Death Maiden! Stop her!
Nephilim, your soul will be mine.
Any other archer would have fled as I charged, but this one stood its ground. staring down.
We must do everything in our power to slow the Nephilim down, so that the collection of souls is not interrupted. It is the key to Malthael's victory.
All this must end. What was the Death Maiden trying to do until I destroyed? What can Malthael? Why?
We stay to fight, Robert.
At long last, a hero comes.
My library isn't far from here. I was closing everything up for the day.
I can't believe...
Do you hear us?
Is that? Why would the angel?
I know who was responsible for this. It's the poor.
I can't believe it. Cormac.
How the world's...
He saved my brother at Bastion's Keep.
Did you grab the...
Good day. Need to kill something? Wish I could go fight.
You ask, who's to blame for this doom?
Please, I can't do this anymore.
You've heard the legend of the Tomb of Rakus, haven't you? Its location.
Someone came for me. After all...
Westmarch originally grew from the efforts of the great General Rakis to spread his religion beyond the realms of the East. Seized by the superstitions of the Zakarum faith, he drove his paladins relentlessly across the barbaric western lands, subduing the uncivilized...
I found him in the street.
There was a great... Did you know that...
Remember that?
I grew up.
Having trouble thinking?
All know the reputation of the exorcists of Westmarch. Those spiritual warriors specialized in removing demonic possession. By custom, they arrive in darkness, clad in cloaks as black as the night that conjured them. They work in secret, extracting the demons that dwell within their subjects. Now, Malthael has turned them, and they roam the city in their inhuman forms, stripping the souls from all they encounter.
The gods strike through me! Your strength fails!
After Malthael's disappearance, the Angiris Council appointed his most loyal servant, Urzael, to find him and bring him back to the high heavens. Urzael, accompanied by the sect of maidens who were Malthael's closest followers, set out to find their absent master. They never returned.
Some of my men are pinned down in the courtyard, fighting revenants. Please help me rescue them. Do you know why this is happening?
Ha! A vicious strike!
All is unclear now. That is a powerful foe over there.
I don't have enough spirit.
The Prophet would be pleased. I thought I saw a glimmer of movement in one of those windows, but it was only the wind.
The phantasms are unlike any spirits I have seen on Sanctuary. They bear a resemblance to lesser demons, but the souls of demons are always reborn in the hells. I suspect the phantasms may be the remnants of some early Nephilim, those born more demon than angel.
Feel the wrath of Ytar! A witness!
Please help me! They have my mother and father upstairs!
They killed him.
Mother! Where's Mia?
I snuck her out back. Through the bookcase.
In the alley? There are bandits or worse out there!
This door will have to wait! Kill him!
Caitlin! I thought you abandoned me! No, dear sister. Never. Come with me now, Mia. Mother will be so happy you're safe.
After years of my pleading, the Angiris Council has finally agreed to send me in search of Malthael. I will not fail in this, as my master's presence is sorely needed in the high heavens. Owing to Malthael's growing
That Death Maiden is controlling the Soul Crucible, but not for long.
You have called the darkness.
Thank you. I knew you would arrive in time to save me.
How?
There is no time to waste. We must be on our way now. Malthael. He's watching you.
I did not find Malthael on Sanctuary, but I did find humans. Far too many of them. They murder and cheat one another while allowing their brothers to starve. If their true power is ever released...
Go to the Survivors' Enclave. It's not safe for you here.
Nonsense. You'll protect me. And after experiencing what those things do to people, let's just say, I need to see you destroy the final crucible with my own eyes, if I am ever to sleep.
The Seraph was on me before I knew it. The mass of its bloated flesh soundless as it floated above the ground. When I finally noticed it, I could not move. It was as though I was trapped in a waking nightmare. I looked down and saw tendrils of energy wrapped around my feet, and realized it was not fear that held me, but the Seraph's magic. When I first beheld the Corpse Raiser, I thought myself capable of defeating him. Then he reached out his arm, and the ground in front of him was bathed in a spectral light.
I can hear my husband moaning. Do not struggle so, my love. This hero has come. My thanks. Wait, what is that?
Your eternity.
Closing in! Raise your weapon!
A wandering hero! This looks promising. Keep watch. If I get eaten, I blame you. Ah, nothing. Ah, nothing. Oh no, I'm dead. This is the one. I can feel it. Thanks for keeping me alive. Here's your share.
I see you have much guilt over Leah's fate.
How do you know that name?
I see the past as well as the future. You must not let it consume you.
This fight is over!
You shouldn't be so dour. You have much to be joyful about.
You mock me.
I have learned that in terrible situations it is better to laugh than to cry. Perhaps when you have lost as much as I, you will understand.
Do you see an end to all this death in your visions?
Of course it will end, and you will live a long and happy life.
I do not believe you.
Because I was not being entirely truthful. That, and you are as so cherish that will never believe you can be happy and content. I must say, it is wonderful to finally meet, though you are skinnier than my visions led me to expect. You just don't take care of yourself. It's always about saving the world first, isn't it?
I need to go back.
You are such the artist when it comes to dispatching Death's minions.
Time for a potion? Everything you require, right here.
Awful.
My mother warned me about the poor. They want my wealth, but they don't want to work for it.
You there! Pop!
There's no...
Only through submitting to Malthael.
Want a recommendation?
Don't mind me. I'll just be waiting over here.
What was that? I am returning to town.
It's time for me to go. My brother will die in the...
Look, the Thursale has done this.
Before you set out to kill him, you should stop.
Why did... How do you... Did Mouth... Do you know...
Death comes.
It cannot...
Why fight so hard?
Thousands. And now I hear those Reapers are taking people so...
There's no easy way. It's time for me to go. My brother...